Hello, good morning friends. Today I am dealing with current affairs of the various newspapers such as the Indian Express, the Hindu, Enadu, Sakshi, etc. for TSPSC, UPSC and various other competitive exams. Let us see the first news. Planning Board Vice Chairperson and several corporation chairpersons quit their post. As we know, the recently elections happened in Telangana and the government has been changed. So Telangana State Vice Chairperson B. Vinod Kumar submitted his resignation. And at the same time, here is the another news. D. Prabhakar Rao, the TS Genco and Transco chairman and managing director has also submitted his resignation. Okay. Here comes the next news. This news deals with that High Court notice to TS government over inadequate old age homes in the state. Okay, a bench of Chief Justice of High Court Alok Arade and Anil Kumar Jukanti. They have taken a suo motu cognizance case, PIL case. In that they questioned the government that non-establishment of adequate old age homes in different states. So we have an act, that is Senior Citizens Welfare and Maintenance Act 2007. Senior Citizens Welfare and Maintenance Act 2007. As per the section 19 of this act, we should have an old age home for every district. Old age home for every district, and it should accommodate at least 150 members. So we do not have adequate old age homes. So the High Court clearly mentioned that right to shelter is mentioned in Article 19 and 21. So it is a deprivation of Article 19 and 21. Okay, here comes the another news. In another case, the High Court bench directed the government over the suspension of Telangana State Transport Development Corporation Director. Tourism Development Corporation Director P. Manohar Rao. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఏం జరిగిందంటే బి మనోహర్ రావు గారు అవర్ మినిస్టర్ శ్రీనివాస్ గౌడ్ when he visited Tirumala temple, he followed all protocols as a minister when the election code was in force. So the election commission, taking it as a violation of model code of conduct, has suspended him. So this person B. Manohar Rao approached the High Court, and High Court directed the state government to reinstate him. So High Court revoked his suspension. Revoked the suspension of B. Manohar Rao. Who is he? Is the chairman of Telangana State Tourism Development Corporation. Okay. Okay, here comes the two small news. Two small newses. Iran and Cuba strengthened ties to confront US sanctions. We know that we have one act countering US adversaries through Sanctions Act, CATSA, popularly known as CATSA Act, countering adversaries of America through Sanctions Act. So America has imposed sanctions on Iran, earlier we know, and Cuba is also facing sanctions. So both countries are trying to strengthen their relations. Okay, on Cuba, US imposed sanctions since 1962, and Cuba is included in American list of countries that support terrorism. Okay, then another news, yet Spanish media houses filed 600 million lawsuits against Meta. So why they filed lawsuit? This is the question. So Meta is the parent company of various platforms. We know Instagram, Facebook. So they filed case because they are using personal information. The Spanish media houses filed a case because they are using personal information and selling it to advertisers. So it is a breach of privacy. So they filed the suit and selling it to advertisers. Okay, recently we have in Telugu newspaper there is a news that we have an average 78 murders. So 2022 as per NCRB report we have total 28,522 murder cases. When compared with 2021 the crime rate has reduced 2.6%. So the general crime rate reduced by 2.6%. But on the other hand the crimes against women, children, SC, ST is increasing. Okay, crimes against women, SC, ST persons is all increasing. And at the same time when we see the average crime rate per 1 lakh persons, when we see average crime rate per 1 lakh persons, it is 445 previous year and it reduced to 422 present. Okay, and next if we see the corruption cases have increased 10.5% and there is a steep increase in cyber crime cases. Cyber crime cases increased by 24.4%. Okay, NCRB works under which ministry? NCRB works under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, general crime rate, the important thing to be remembered is general crime rate reduced by 2.6% when compared with the previous year. Okay. Yesterday we celebrated the Navy Day, December 4th. On Navy Day, we have got a new ship, INS Sandhyak. So INS Sandhyak was manufactured by Gordon Reed Shipbuilders and Engineers. So one important thing to be remembered is it is the largest survey vessel built in India to Indian Navy. So it is indigenously built and largest survey vessel, and it is one of the 4 advanced survey vessels. Earlier we have INS Sandhyak that was replaced. It worked from 1981 to 2021. This is the latest version. Okay. When we look in, if we look into the other details of INS Sandhyak, it is 110 meters long. It has the capability to deep water hydrographic survey, deep water hydrographic survey, and it can determine maritime limits. It can determine the maritime limits, and it can provide us geographic data for various defense capabilities. It can provide us geographic data for various defense capabilities. Okay. So we have to remember INS Sandhyak manufactured by Gordon Reed Shipbuilders Limited. and it is one of the largest survey vessel. So this is one of the now let us look into another important international news, that is Venezuela is claiming Guyana region in the vote. So there was a referendum conducted in country of Venezuela. Where is Venezuela? Venezuela is in South America, in which 95% of the voters claimed over a territory of Guyana. So in Guyana one region is there, that is oil rich Essequibo territory of Guyana. So the Venezuela people voted that this territory belongs to us and we should occupy them. So this referendum was conducted by President Nicolas Maduro, and he exclaimed this referendum 95% vote as a victory. But the question is, this referendum will create security concerns over the South America regions. Already we are seeing territorial disputes between Russia and Ukraine, and the war is still going on, and we are witnessing the issues between Israel and Hamas, Palestine. The issue is also still protracting, it is going on. So this kind of referendum will create where the world will go. So this is the Essequibo region, which is rich in oil fields. So Venezuela is claiming this 2/3 region is mine. So they are trying. They want to acquire this region. Okay, if this also creates volatility in oil prices. So already Middle East, we are seeing volatility in oil prices due to Israel-Palestine conflict, Russia-Ukraine conflict. So this one more conflict will create volatility over oil prices. So it may impact India's foreign exchange reserves. One more news, in Telugu newspaper it shows that many cyber crime cases are reported in Telangana. Most of the cyber crime cases, okay, it is a deep concern for us as a Telangana people, because we stand first in cyber crime rate in our country. So we performed well in crime against women. So Telangana is decent in crime against women. And one more concern is that we topped in fake news also. In fake news also Telangana is ranked number 1. So just before we saw the NCRB report, when it comes to the point of Telangana, we topped in cyber crimes and fake news. We performed averagely in crime against women. Okay. IN-SPACe is one of the authority for promotion of space. IN-SPACe has launched the seed fund. IN-SPACe launched the seed fund scheme. For what purpose? For the startups which are working in urban development and disaster management. Startups which are working in urban development and disaster management. for startups which are working in urban development and disaster management. So InSpace launched a seed fund scheme. Okay, as part of the scheme, seed funding will be provided to the startups which convert their idea into prototype that facilitate earth observation, data validity for concept, mentorship support. Means InSpace will provide the ISRO will facilitate observation, earth observation data and mentorship support for converting their idea into prototype using space technology. Okay. This one is important. As part of this, government is providing an assistance of 1 crore. In seed fund scheme, we are giving them the financial assistance of 1 crore and we are providing them mentorship support, training, networking. Okay, seed fund scheme launched by InSpace. InSpace works under the Department of Space. Okay. India is poised to achieve the 5 trillion economy. So India is poised to achieve 5 trillion economy in Amrit Kal. Amrit Kal means after 75 years to 100 years. Our Prime Minister termed it as Amrit Kal. So we are expecting that we will reach the 5 trillion economy and we have the goal to become developed nation and an advanced economy by 2047. So IMF projected as per the IMF projections, India will reach 5 trillion economy and third largest GDP by 2027 and 28. Okay, at present India is $3 trillion economy. Okay, as per IMF projections, we will reach our 5 trillion economy by 27 and 28. Okay, RIS is officially, so Oxford University Press Oxford University Press 2023 year of the award goes to the word RIS. Okay. Now so this concept is very important because we have got a question in group 1 regarding this word of the year released by Oxford. So RIS means style, charm, attractiveness and ability to attract a romantic or sexual partner. So RIS is closely related to the word charm. Okay, RIS competed with some other words. So in this competition there are other words such as situationship, prompt, de-influencing and swifting. So if we see past words also, in 2021 In 2021 we have one Oxford University Press Year Award is wax. In 2019 it is climate emergency. And in 2022, this was the previous question. In 2022 for the first time they choose the word by public vote, that is Goblin mode. Goblin mode. Okay, this year word is Riz. Okay, we have Mizoram elections happened. Election result came in Mizoram. In that, Zono People's Movement Party. Zono People Movement Party got the victory. Okay, Zono People's Movement. Zoram People's Movement Party got, there are 40 seats in Mizoram Legislative Assembly. In that they got 27 seats. So Zoram People Movement is going to form the government. Earlier it is the government of Mizo National Front. They got 10 seats and BJP got 2 seats and Indian National Congress got 1 seat. So ZPM, it emerged as the single party show. So it was led by a previous IPS officer. Zoro People Movement was here. It is the photo of Laldu Homa, who is the CM candidate and he is a previous, means former IPS officer. Okay, with regard to Laldu Homa, Laldu Homa worked in 1982 as the security in charge of Indira Gandhi. He worked as security in charge of Indira Gandhi in 1982. And Laldu Homa is also the first MLA and MP to be disqualified under anti-defection law. So first, he is the first MLA and MP to be disqualified under anti-defection law. Okay, with this we are ending today's current affairs. Thank you.